Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be solving the equation x to the power of 6 is equal to x minus 1 to the power of 6. So, to solve this, I'm going to first start by subtracting x minus 1 to the power of 6 on both sides. So then these two cancel out, and I get x to the power of 6 minus x minus 1 to the power of 6 is equal to 0. Now from here, I'm going to rewrite this as x to the power of 3 to the power of 2 minus x minus 1 to the power of 3 to the power of 2 is equal to 0. And if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So in this case, a is x to the power of 3, and b is x minus 1 to the power of 3. So I get x to the power of 3 plus x minus 1 to the power of 3 times x to the power of 3 minus x minus 1 to the power of 3 is equal to 0. Now from here, I'm going to divide this into two equations. So for my left-hand side equation, I get x to the power of 3 plus x minus 1 to the power of 3 is equal to 0. And for my left-hand equation, I have x to the power of 3 minus x minus 1 to the power of 3 is equal to 0. So to solve for my left side equation, if I have something in the form a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3, this is equal to a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So in this case, I have x plus x minus 1 times x squared minus x times x minus 1 plus x minus 1 squared. And this is equal to 0. And this turns into 2x minus 1 times x squared minus x plus 1 is equal to 0. So I get another two equations from this. I get 2x minus 1 equals 0, meaning x is equal to 1/2. And I get x squared minus x plus 1 is equal to 0. And to solve this, I can use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this case, a is 1, b is negative 1, and c is 1. So I get x is equal to negative 1 plus or minus the square root of negative 1 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 1, all over 2a, so 2 times 1. And this is equal to positive 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 minus 4 over 2, which is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of negative 3 over 2. And the square root of negative 3, I can rewrite that as the square root of 3 times the square root of negative 1. And if you didn't already know, the square root of negative 1 is equal to I. So I get 1 plus or minus the square root of 3i over 2. So these are two more solutions, and these being imaginary solutions. Now, going back over here, I have x to the power of 3 minus x minus 1 to the power of 3 equals 0. And for this, I'm going to use the property a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3 is equal to a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So I get x minus 1 times x squared plus x times x minus 1 plus x minus 1 squared is equal to 0. And these two x's cancel out, so I get negative 1 times x squared plus x times x minus 1 plus x minus 1 squared, which all turns into, if you simplify this, 3x squared minus 3x plus 1 equals 0. And now to solve this, I can use the quadratic formula again. I don't have to write out the formula. So I get 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 minus 12, which is negative 3, over 2 times 3, which is 6, So I get x is equal to 3 plus or minus the square root of 3i over 6. So these are two more solutions to this equation. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation 2 to the power of x plus 8 to the power of x is equal to 10. So to solve this, I'm going to first start by rewriting 8 as 2 to the power of 3. So I get 2 to the power of 3 to the power of x is equal to 10. Now from here, if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of n to the power of m. So I get 2 to the power of x plus 2 to the power of x to the power of 3 is equal to 10 because I switched the places of 3 and x. Now from here, I'm going to let 2 to the power of x equal to the variable y. So now I get y plus y to the power of 3 is equal to 10, and if I subtract 10 on both sides, I get y to the power of 3 plus y minus 10 is equal to 0. Now, what I need to do is first find one solution of y, and then once I have that solution, I can find the remaining solutions. So to do that and find that first solution, I'm just going to test values of y. So we're going to start with y equals 1. So when y equals 1, I have 1 to the power of 3 plus 1 minus 10 is equal to 0. Well, 1 to the power of 3 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 minus 10 is negative 8, which does not equal 0, so this does not work. Now I'm going to try y equals 2. So when y equals 2, I get 2 to the power of 3 plus 2 minus 10 is equal to 0. Now 2 to the power of 3 is 8, so I have 8 plus 2 minus 10. 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 minus 10 is 0. So this works, meaning y equals 2 is a solution. So what I'm going to do is divide y to the power of 3 plus y minus 10 by y minus 2, because y minus 2 equals 0, well, y equals 2 is the solution. So to do this, I'm going to use synthetic division. So I'm going to look at the coefficients of my numerator, and I have 1, which is the coefficient of y to the power of 3, 0, which is the coefficient of y squared. Remember, we're going order. 1, again, which is the coefficient of y, and negative 10. And just to let you guys know, the 0 is there because this is supposed to be y squared because we're going in order. But because there is no y squared, we put a 0 in front of it. And this is all with 2. And if you guys are still confused by this, you should look up a video on synthetic division. So I'm going to first start by moving down my 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. And 2 times 5 is 10. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0. So I have a remainder of 0. And I'm going to use these as my coefficients. So I get y squared plus 2y plus 5. Meaning y squared plus 2y plus 5 times y minus 2 is equal to 0. So this is my equation, and I'm going to divide this into two equations. Y squared plus 2y plus 5 is equal to 0, and y minus 2 is equal to 0. So now for y minus 2 equals 0, I'm going to add 2 on both sides, so I get y is equal to 2. And for y squared plus 2y plus 5 equals 0, I'm going to use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So I get y equals negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 2 squared, which is 4, minus 4 times 1 times 5 all over 2 times 1. And this turns into negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 20 over 2, which is equal to negative 2 plus or minus the square root of negative 16 over 2. And because we have the square root of a negative number, we cannot use the solution of y, meaning we can only use y equals 2 as a solution. And remember, we're solving for x, not y. And we let 2 to the power of x equal to y. So I have 2 to the power of x is equal to 2. And the only solution to this would be x equals 1, because 2 to the power of 1 is equal to itself. So x equals 1 is my solution to this equation. Now, if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and share this video to your friends or family. Thank you.